Hi everybody, welcome to watch the Keshun Online Canton Fair. I'm Oscar.
I'm Kelly.
In this part, we would like to introduce the waterproofing solution for the industrial factory building. So I think some friends will ask, what's the difference between the waterproofing of the factory and the conventional building? Why do you list it separately? So how do you think, Kelly?
Actually, waterproofing is a very important part for the interior factory constructions. It's related to storage life of the equipment and the goods. And some waterproof areas involved are quite different from those of conventional buildings.
Yeah, exactly, Kelly.
So, Oscar, could you please tell us the waterproofing areas that we will introduce later?
We will introduce the solution of the concrete roof, the metal roof, the sweet tank, workshop floor, bathroom, fireproof, and some ceiling material introduction.
So, what are we waiting for?
Let's go.
Hi friend, welcome to watch the waterproofing solution for industrial factory building. In this part, we will introduce the roof system, epoxy floor system, sweet tank anti-corrosion system, bathroom system, fireproof system, and some ceiling material introduction. We will firstly introduce the roof system. There are two typical roofs we can usually see in the factory, the concrete roof and the metal roof. For different material of the roof, we will use different waterproofing solution. Let's go to see the concrete roof first. For concrete roof, we will have creep system and roofing polyurea system. Creep, C-R-E-E-P. Creep system is a composite waterproofing system with a non-curing rubber coating as the bounding layer and the surface covered with the high-strength waterproof membrane. So generally speaking, this system is made up of two products, the non-curing bitumen waterproof coating and the modified waterproof membrane. Non-curing rubber coating is not only a waterproof layer, but also a bounding layer, which can link the composite waterproof system with the structural layer to be an organic whole. So this picture can show you clearly the composition of this solution. And there are three major characteristics for this solution: never curing, super strong adhesion, and automatic repair function. Never curing. No matter how long exposure to the air, it still can maintain creep condition. Super strong adhesion. It has super strong adhesion on wet concrete base, dry concrete base, wooden base, colored steel plate base, aluminum plate base, glass base, and can also be barrier-free bound under the water. Automatic repair function. From this picture, you can see when a loophole appears, it will be repaired perfectly in an instant, and then no leakage again. This is the application process.
Keshun Creep Waterproof System. Creep Smart Stickers composite waterproof system is made of compatible membrane and coatings. Non-curing rubberized bitumen waterproof coating is an elastic plastic gel which composed by rubber, asphalt, and special additives. And it does not cure after long-term contact with air, and has good adhesion. So now, let us show you the three characteristics of it. Never curing. No matter how long it will be exposed to the air. Still keep the viscous rubber status. Super strong adhesion on moisture base, dry base, wood base, color steel plate base, aluminum plate base, glass base. Also can be bonded under the water. Even in the water, all can be barrier-free bonding. Automatic bonding function. Even if leakage occurs, Creep system can repair the it in an instant. When a loophole appear, immediately bonded once touched. No leakage again. What advantages will it deliver when the non-curing rubberized bitumen waterproof coating is combined with the Keshun specific membrane composite construction? It has the function of waterproof layer and bonding layer in the same time. Non-curing rubberized bitumen waterproof coating has the function of waterproof layer and bonding layer in the same time. Can form a reliable bond with the membrane. Avoid water leakage between the coating and the membrane. The lap joint can be bonded with non-curing rubberized bitumen waterproof coating. Schematic diagram of surface cross-section. Non-curing rubberized bitumen waterproof coating. Creep special waterproof membrane. Effectively solve the problem of structural deformation which was produced by stress and damages by the waterproof layer. Non-curing rubberized bitumen waterproof coating have superior permeability. Schematic diagram of surface cross-section. Non-curing rubberized bitumen waterproof coating. Creep special waterproof membrane material. Effective repair of structural cracks and capillary channels. Improve the impermeability of concrete. Construction is less affected by temperature-based conditions. High-temperature discharge does not hinder low-temperature construction. Construction is less affected by temperature-based conditions. Strong adhesion to moisture base. No extra surface construction required. High-temperature discharge does not hinder low-temperature construction. Simple construction. No need to suffer from the safety hazards caused by SBS hot melt construction. Easy to spray construction. APF-50 plus rubber bit coating material. Can also according to on different environments and venues. By non-curing rubberized bitumen waterproof coating with different creep special waterproof membrane to reach the satisfactory waterproof effect. The advantages of creep system. Firm, super strong bond, perfect seal, waterproof, strong self-healing, smart repair. Overall, one system, two waterproof. Flexible, spray coating and scrape coating, standard construction. Creep is the best waterproof system in the history of Keshun. Come and have a look. Creep will take you into the new era of waterproof smart stickers. Can log in now. www.keshun.com.cn.
Roofing polyurethane system is another waterproof system for the concrete roof. This system is designed for exterior areas and is extremely durable and very resistant standing up to many weather conditions. Its layer is strong and flexible. This system totally has 6 main characteristics. Number 1. Outstanding waterproof properties. It has good compactness, continuity, no seam, no pinhole, and beautiful appearance. Number 2. Can be exposed. It means it don't need protection layer. Number 3. Colorful. Since this system can be exposed, so we can customize the different colors for the appearance you like. Number 4. High corrosion resistant. Number 5. Short application period. With spraying machine, the application speed can be up to 1,200 square meters per day. Number 6. Good weathering resistant. It can be long-term use in outdoors and does not automatically pulverize, cracks, or fall off. Roofing polyurethane totally have 5 layers. Let's go to see the construction process. We firstly repair and grind the base, apply the sealing primer, apply the putty layer, grind and clean the putty layer, apply the primer again, spray or brush the polyurethane layer, and finally apply the weathering polyurethane layer. This is the picture after the construction. Let's talk about the waterproof solution for metal roof. For metal roof, we will introduce PVC membrane, TPO membrane, and acrylic elastic coating. PVC membrane is a type of high polymer waterproof material of high performance. It uses polyvinyl chloride as raw material, adding specified additives and anti-aging agents, prepared by advanced technique and equipment. The product has excellent tensile strength, strong elongation, small shrinkage rate, good flexibility at low temperature, and long operating life. PVC membrane is constructed by heat welding operation, very simple construction, and its remarkable anti-corrosion ability make it possible to apply to the special side. This chart is clearly showing the specification of the PVC membrane. For texture, we have homogeneity, fiber backing, fabric reinforcement, and root puncture resistant. And we have three kinds of thickness such as 1.2, 1.5, and 2 mm. And the width is 2 meter and length is 20 meter. Now let's get to know the TPO waterproof membrane. TPO membrane is a type of polymer waterproof material based on the polypropylene and rubber, prepared by advanced technique. It is recycling throughout its service life, from its production till the end of its service life. There's no chlorine, heavy metal, nor elements harmful to the roots, and it is environmentally friendly. Actually, TPO have many advantages, like number 1, excellent weather resistance, aging resistance, tensile strength, and elongation. 2, operation can be done on wet substrates, directly exposed to the weather condition without any protective layer. Simple construction, no contamination. 3, it can be repeated welding. 4, the white color TPO can increase the reflection of the sun rays, which means the white color TPO can help to cool down the inside of the house. So actually it is very suitable for the tropical countries. 5, it has the ability to resist the growth of mold and algae. This chart is clearly showing the specification of the TPO membrane. Like for texture, we have homogeneity, fiber backing, fabric reinforcement, and root puncture resistant. And we have three kinds of thickness such as 1.2, 1.5, and 2 mm. The width is 2 meters and the length is 20 meters. The TPO and PVC are sounds very similar, so I think some friends would ask, what's the difference between those two products? So this chart is clearly showing the comparison between those two products. The first one is the lifetime. The lifetime of the PVC is normally 25 years, but TPO can be up to 30 to 50 years. So TPO have longer lifetime than PVC. Number 2 is about the maintainability. The TPO can be welded with the new material when there is breakage, so the maintenance is easy and low cost. But PVC is not. When there is damage, it can only be replaced, not repaired. 3. About the low temperature resistance. TPO will have better ability of the low temperature resistance than PVC. 4. About the price. The TPO is more expensive than PVC. The last solution I will introduce for the metal roof is the acrylic elastic waterproof coating. Acrylic elastic waterproof coating using imported pure acrylic latex as the raw material, adding high-quality additives and quality pigments. Ring 5 form a high-performance metal roofing coating. This product is an environmentally friendly water-based coating. It has excellent flexible and fatigue resistance, can adapt to the metal roof stretching deformation. It has excellent stain resistant and weather resistant, excellent UV resistant, strong adhesion with metal. The coating can work well from minus 30 degree to 90 degree temperature. The surface life can be up to 20 years or more. It can be used directly after open. The construction is simple and convenient. The construction should be divided into 2 coats after finish the primer coating on the base. The interval is generally 12 hours between 2 coats. The environment drying time should be extended appropriately in low temperature situation. The thickness of each coat is around 0.5 mm. The direction of the coat is perpendicular to each other.
Hey guys, the next waterproof area in industrial factories we will talk about is floor system. Today I list 4 types of floor coating: epoxy mortar flat floor, epoxy self-leveling floor, epoxy anti-static self-leveling floor, epoxy super variable floor. The first one, epoxy mortar flat coating. It can be used for cement or terrazzo floor in workshops of manufacturing factories, like electronics, machinery, furniture, clothing, etc. These are its features as you can see from the screen: dust-proof, moisture-proof, and wear-resistant, fast construction, easy maintenance and low cost, strong adhesion, good flexibility, impact resistance. As for its construction process, firstly is substrate treatment. Make sure it's smooth, dry, clean, and no empty drum. Then applying primer. Next, sanding or batching or putty leveling according to design thickness. Lastly, applying top coat. The second one, epoxy self-leveling floor, is suitable for clean rooms in the pharmaceutical industry, blood products industry that should implement GMP standards. It can also be used in other industries that require wear resistance, impact resistance, and chemical resistance, such as offices, schools, chemical plants, food factories, etc. These are its features as you can see from the screen: mirror effect, various colors, non-toxic, dust-proof, easy for cleaning, wear-resistant, high adhesion, strong mechanical strength. As for its construction process, it's similar to epoxy mortar flat coating. Let's watch a video. The third one, epoxy anti-static self-leveling floor, is suitable for electronics, microelectronics, communication products industry. Those industries require high cleanliness, beautiful appearance,
dust-free, and anti-static. It is made with solvent-free epoxy resin and high-quality curing agent. Let's turn to its construction process. The first two steps are still substrate treatment and applying primer. But the third step is laying copper wire, cutting groove, then scraping conductive intermediate paint. The last one is bond coated with epoxy anti-static self-leveling for 1 or 2 times. And the first one is epoxy super variable floor. It could be used in some areas with high mechanical performance requirements like hardware plants, garages with strong wear resistance and certain impact resistance. It can be made into non-slip ground, matte or bright effect. Different from the first 3 products. Let's turn to its construction process. The first 2 steps are still substrate treatment and applying primer. And then is epoxy mortar, epoxy putty, lastly apply epoxy top coat.
The third waterproofing area we will introduce is the sewage tank. This is the sewage tank from the factory. According to the requirement of the acid resistance and the corrosion resistance of the sewage tank, we will recommend the polyurea anti-corrosion system. Polyurea is a kind of material with the high strength, high density, environmental protection, and non-toxic volatilization. And it also has certain anti-corrosion function. It is the best waterproof and anti-corrosion solution for the sewage tank. Polyurethane also has many advantages. It is environmental friendly, 130, 0 VOC. It can use spray application. It is convenient and controllable. The surface temperature range is -45 degrees to 150 degrees. Good chemical resistant and abrasion resistant. Very fast reactivity and curing time. Seamless and monolithic, including fuel joints. The polyurethane anti-corrosion system totally have 4 layers. And the construction process of it also is very simple. Firstly, to repair and grind the substrate, and then apply the sealing primer, apply the putty layer, grind and clean the putty layer, apply the primer again, and finally spray the anti-corrosive polyurethane layer. So, except the sewage tank, where else can it be used? It can also be used on the workshop floor and the steel structure platforms. Now we will talk about the bathroom waterproofing solution. The bathroom waterproofing solution is made up of 2 products. The polyurethane waterproof coating for the toilet floor and the cementitious elastic waterproof coating for the toilet wall. KS929C polyurethane waterproof coating is a moisture-cure high polymer waterproof coating. It can react with the moisture in the air and form a non-toxic, odorless, and high elastic waterproof film. It is a new type of environmentally friendly waterproof coating. KS929C is a kind of flexible paint, specially used for bathroom floor in this solution. This product packed in 1 component and ready to use after open. It has good leveling property, and it can be compounded with high polymer membrane and bitumen waterproof membrane to form a compound waterproof system. KS9AAA JS acrylic polymer cementitious waterproof coating is made up by acrylic emulsion, cement, and inorganic materials. It is rich in coating, specially used for bathroom work in this solution. This product is environmental friendly, high welding strength, can be applied on wet and dry substrates directly, good weather resistant, excellent flexibility and good low temperature resistant, good ability of bonding and water resistant, can be combined well with the cement mortar and ceramic.
Standardized waterproof construction demonstration for bathroom. Step 1. Equipment preparation. Spade, broom, hammer, steel chisel, rope, tape measure, agitator, mixing bucket, scraper, long handle roller brush, labor protection equipment, tools, etc. Step 2. Cleaning the substrate surface. Remove the substrate surface floating debris and clean the substrate surface. The substrate surface should be firm, flat, and no greasy dirt, cracks, holes, hollow drums, loose sand, and other defects. If there is any of the above quality problems, require the general contractor to fix the problem before applying the materials. The concave surface, partial sanding, and empty drum parts of the substrate layer should be repaired and smoothed with KS 901F polymer cement waterproof mortar. If there are large holes or cracks in the substrate surface, sprinkle water to wet the substrate layer and remove the hole residue. And use the Keshun plugging king to fill the hole. The corners and pipe roots should be done with arc treatment. During the application of polymer cement waterproof mortar on wall, the substrate surface is required to be wet during the application. When the surface is dry, wet it with water. The application of one-component polyurethane coatings and ground construction requires a dry substrate. Step 3. Positioning. The inner wall surface positioning line is 100 mm above the hanging line and is protected by the textured paper to prevent pollution and ensure the interface is neat. Step 4. Wall surface waterproof construction. Mix the powder slowly into water according to the weight ratio. Stir well for 2 to 3 minutes with electric power until it is evenly paste-free. Leave it for 5 minutes. Stir it a little before the application. Scrape and coat the mixed clay on the substrate surface for 1 to 2 layers. The next layer should be applied after the previous layer has been dry and non-sticky. The thickness of each coating is about 1 to 2 millimeters. The total thickness is 2 millimeters. Then tear off the textured paper after the construction is completed. Note: it is forbidden to apply the dry clay by mixing it with water. In dry weather, if the complemented waterproof layering surface is water shortage and white in color, workers should sprinkle water on it for the maintenance of the layer. Step 5. The ground construction position line. Clean the substrate surface slurry before the line is snapped. Measure 100 millimeters each in the different corner of the facade. The pipe root measure 50 millimeters to the pipe wall, and the caisson area up to 250 millimeters on the wall above the substrate surface and is protected with a textured paper. Step 6. Processing of the ground detail node. Firstly, prepare some 200 millimeter width and 300 millimeter width non-woven fabric. Secondly, the wide width root is wrapped with 300 millimeter width non-woven fabric. Then enhance the treatment by using the one fabric 3 coating process. Thirdly, add the 200 millimeter width non-woven fabrics in the corners and strengthen the treatment with the one fabric 3 coating process. The one fabric 3 coating process means, after the first layer of coating is applied, a non-woven fabric reinforcing layer is applied on it. Then apply another 2 layers of coating on top of it to make the coating completely saturated with the reinforcing layer. Step 7. The ground surface waterproof construction. Use a brush or squeegee to evenly apply the polyurethane to the base surface. Do not leave any surface unpainted. The width of the joint should be less than 100 millimeters. When the water tank is covered, the height of the side of the wall of the ridge is greater than 300 millimeters. When the application of brush coating reached the wall or column area, the coating should be brushed 250 millimeters height on the wall or column above the ground surface. The waterproof layer of the floor should be horizontally extended at the exit area, and the length of the extension should not be less than 500 millimeters, and the length stretched to both sides should not be less than 200 millimeters. After the previous layer is dry, apply the next layer. The interval should be within 24 hours, but the time can be extended in case the temperature is too low. The standard is that the coating is not sticky, then can apply the second layer. The second layer direction is perpendicular to the first one, and the third painting direction is the same as the first one. Step 8. The water storage experiment. After the waterproof layer is dry, the water storage experiment should be carried out. The water level should not be less than 20 millimeters, and the water storage time should not be less than 24 hours. During project acceptance, check whether there is leakage or wet stain on ceiling of the downstairs bathroom. The concealed construction of the waterproof layer can't be carried out before the acceptance is passed.
The next part we will introduce is fire-cool waterproof. KS 901E is our recommended product for it. It's a semi-rigid, environmental-friendly waterproof material, as you can see from the screen. It has excellent anti-permeability performance, anti-frost salt, and it can also be used as anti-corrosion coating. The decorative layer can be directly used in the waterproof layer. It's very convenient. Besides, the construction is simple and easy to operate. It could be used for integral waterproof and anti-seepage of interior and exterior wall of building, underground building, elevator shaft, channel, reservoir, bathroom, indoor floor, and the surface faced the water, the surface against the water in the basement. This is a picture showing it applying in a pool. How to apply it? Firstly, make sure the wall and floor are clean, and the substrate of the construction should be wet, but no clear water. Then mix the powder and liquid. The mixed ratio is as it shows. After stirring it well, brush it evenly for the first time, and the walls should be painted after 4 hours, the first layer done. Now, let's turn to the last part, sealant material. It's also a very important part for the whole industry factory. Today I list 3 types sealant materials: KS 881, KS 820, KS 501. Firstly, KS 881 is a single-component special sealant for PC construction. Has good weather resistance and durability, excellent extrudability, and the construction is easy to operate. It's just as you can see from the pictures. Preparing tools, seam cleaning, filling in padding materials, masking paper, primer treatment, filling sealant. The second one is a weather-resistant silicone sealant with good weather resistance and durability. and it has low modulus, strong resistance to displacement. It can be used for glass curtain wall, which is not structurally overlapped or handed over. Joint sealing of metal plate parts, glass components, etc., and other building sealing. Its construction process is the same as CKS 881. Lastly, multifunctional node waterproof sealant. Just like its name, it has various functions. Let's watch a video. From this video, we could know this sealant is suitable for HDPE, TPO, PVC, and other polymer membrane, except EPDM, left joint sealing, and strengthening treatment. Various pipelines, mantles, and other nodes in construction contacting with concrete waterproof sealing, additional reinforcement. Clothing repair such as wall pipes, drains, heads, etc. These are its features as you can see from the screen. Ready to use in the barrel, water-based, environmental friendly, high solids, water emulsion paints, dry fast under the same conditions. Let's turn to its construction process. Firstly, preparing tools, brush, roller, rubber scraper. Then, substrate cleaning. The substrate should be flat and free of clear water, oil dirt, dust, floating slurry, and the unevenness of the substrate should be repaired and leveled. The first construction. Apply a thin coat to the parts to be constructed without leaking the bottom. The second construction. Apply the second pass. The number of applications is at least twice, and the direction of each application is perpendicular to each other. The total thickness is 2 mm. Next, maintenance. It's forbidden to step on or immerse in water before the coating is dry. Follow-up construction. When doing the next process, be careful not to damage the waterproof coating with hard objects, so as not to affect the overall waterproof effect. If there is any damage, the waterproof construction personnel should be notified to repair it immediately. Let's turn to its construction process. Firstly, preparing tools, brush, roller, rubber scraper. Secondly, substrate cleaning. The substrate should be flat and free of clear water, oil dirt, dust, floating slurry, etc. And the unevenness of the substrate should be repaired and leveled. The first construction. Apply a thin coat to the parts to be constructed without leaking the bottom. The second construction. Apply the second pass. The number of applications is at least twice, and the direction of each application is perpendicular to each other. The total thickness is 2 mm. Next, maintenance. It's forbidden to step on or immerse in water before the coating is dry. Lastly, follow-up construction. When doing the next process, be careful not to damage the waterproof coating with hard objects, so as not to affect the overall waterproof effect. If there is any damage, the waterproof construction personnel should be notified to repair it immediately.
Hey guys, that's all for our presentation for Keshun's waterproof system.
Thank you very much for your time. If you have any question, please feel free to contact us.
And we're also very happy to customize and waterproof solution for your project.
We hope to have chance to cooperate with you.
See ya!